the game.
Hey there, I'm Kel Siddiqui. What started as helping people with their money at my dining room table grew into a 7-figure financial coaching practice. Now I teach others how to build a thriving coaching business of their own. Whether you're just starting out or you've been coaching for years, I'm here to help you make a bigger impact while doing what you love. This is the Financial Coach Academy podcast. Let's dive in. Hey, Coach. I'm sure it's no surprise that I love recording this podcast each week, and I love hearing great takeaways from you. I also know that sometimes it's nice to curl up with some snacks and dig into some paper and pencil work. That is exactly what you'll find in the Financial Coaching Playbook. If you're looking for a personal guide to creating a coaching career that's uniquely you, you'll want to check out the Playbook. In it, you'll find step-by-step guidance for starting or refining your coaching business, space to design your dream practice, prompts to spark creativity and confidence, and so much more. Go to financialcoachacademy.com/playbook to find out more and get your copy today. I want to start this episode with a review from a Financial Coach Academy enrollee. This person says, I love having advice for sales that helps me not to feel salesy. I like knowing how I can be the one to help bridge the gap and have the tactics given here to help clients get to where they need to be. I especially like the lesson on asking questions to get deeper into their goal, the specific wording to use to overcome objections, and the precise examples on teeing up coaching so the sales conversations goes more smoothly. Listening to you talk out loud about objections was invaluable. I've been navigating entrepreneurship long enough to have read so many things about handling objections, but to hear you walk through it when it's geared specifically to financial coaching is very beneficial. Thank you so much to the coaches who take time to fill out the feedback forms that we have at the end of every single module in FCA so that we can refine it as we go, make sure it's delivering exactly what you need, and also letting us know exactly what you appreciate. All right, welcome back to the Financial Coach Academy podcast. This week is a continuation of our series on delighting clients. And today we're looking at some that often gets overlooked when we're building our coaching businesses. We spend so much time thinking about getting clients and serving them well during their program, but what happens after that? How can we continue delighting the people we've worked with? How can we maintain and nurture those incredible relationships that you've built with your clients long after the initial program ends? Before we jump in, I want to make sure you have our client journey roadmap because after the program is an important part of the journey. You can grab it for free at financialcoachacademy.com/client journey. This roadmap is going to give you a clear picture of every stage of the client experience, including what we're talking about today, the post-program relationship. Let's start by talking about why this matters so much. You know that feeling when you've helped a client reach their initial goals? Maybe they've paid off their debt or you finally got their spending under control. It's amazing, right? But here's where many coaches make the mistake of thinking their work is done. The reality is that financial wellness isn't a destination. It's an ongoing journey. Think about your own financial life. Every new life stage brings new challenges and new opportunities. Maybe it's a career change, starting a family, or planning for retirement. These are all moments when your clients could use your guidance and support. When you maintain strong relationships with past clients, you're creating something incredibly valuable for both them and your business. Let me paint a picture of what this looks like. Your past clients become your biggest advocates because they've experienced firsthand the transformation you help create. They understand your value on a deep level, and when they meet someone struggling with money, guess who they think of? You. Not only that, but these ongoing relationships create stability in your business. Instead of constantly being on the hamster wheel of finding new clients, you're building a community of people who might come back when they face new challenges or who regularly refer others to you. This creates more predictable revenue and makes your business more sustainable long term. Now, let's talk about how to set the foundation for these long-term relationships through your offboarding process. The way you transition clients out of their main or the original program sets the tone for everything that follows. I learned this the hard way in my own practice. I used to just wrap up the final session with a quick goodbye and good luck. But I realized I was missing a huge opportunity to celebrate their progress and set them up for continued success. So they actually look back on their journey with appreciation and fondness and want to refer other people to experience the same thing. Here's what a great offboarding process looks like. First, you want to have a dedicated celebration session. It's an intentional moment to help your client see how far they've come. We go through their initial goals, and I'll even repeat back to them some of the things they put on their initial questionnaire before they ever even started coaching. We celebrate their wins, and most importantly, I help them to see that they're now equipped with skills that they will use for life. During this session, you'll also want to document their journey. Imagine a summary showing where they started, what they've accomplished, and the tools they now have. This becomes a touchstone that they can return to whenever they need a reminder of their capabilities with money. This is something that you'll build throughout your time with the client. So it's not something you have to create in scratch for that session. It's probably something that you can gather the information from as you're going. Then you'll want to provide them with what I call a success toolkit. These are the resources, templates, and frameworks that they'll need to continue their progress independently. Think of it like equipping them for the next phase of their journey. There are also ways that you can continue supporting clients after they're done with their initial program with you. One way I've talked about before in episode 51, the periodic coaching program, is our way of doing this, and it's been absolutely transformative in my practice. The periodic coaching program is exactly what it sounds like. Regular check-ins with clients, but spaced out to match where they are in their journey. Some clients might want monthly check-ins at first, then move to quarterly, and eventually settle into semi-annual meetings. The key is flexibility. You're meeting with them where they are. During these periodic sessions, we're not diving into the weeds of budgeting anymore. The client has that skill already. Instead, we're focusing on strategic planning and future goals. Think of it like being their financial thinking partner. They bring their ideas, dreams, and concerns, and you help them think through the implications and create a solid plan for those. But the periodic coaching program isn't the only way to stay connected. Another approach that might work well for you is a community membership program. Imagine creating a space where your clients can connect with others on similar journeys. You might host monthly group calls where clients can ask questions and get quick feedback, and also surround themselves with others who are in a similar stage of their financial journey. Now, this is going to be unique to your clients and your business. Personally, at Fiscal Fitness, this is not something that my clients want, and we've learned that over time. They want dedicated, private, one-on-one time with their coach. They don't really want to spend time in a group coaching call. Your clients might be different. Now let's talk about how to stay meaningfully connected between those formal touch points. The key word here is meaningful. We're not just trying to stay on their radar, we're trying to continue providing value to them. Start by creating what I call your connection calendar. This is a systematic approach to staying in touch that feels personal but doesn't overwhelm you. Think about the natural rhythms of your clients' financial lives: tax season, year-end planning, major life transitions. These are all opportunities to reach out with relevant support. Coaches in the academy, you can find a perfect representation of this by going to our annual planning calendar that we provide for you in the academy. One of the most powerful tools in your arsenal is going to be your weekly email or email newsletter, whatever cadence that might be. But here's the thing. This isn't your typical, here's what's happening in my business newsletter. Sorry, but these clients don't care. Instead, think of it as a monthly letter to a friend, sharing insights, answering common questions you're hearing, offering practical tips that they can implement right away. And keep in mind, Coach, your long-term clients probably care about different things than your prospects. So these emails have a different perspective, vibe, and content level than your traditional marketing newsletter. You are always marketing to people on the front end of their journey. These communications are for your established clients, people who are doing good things with their money consistently, so the message likely needs to be different. When you stay in contact and maintain these strong relationships, you build a referral culture. And this is huge. Sharing your work becomes a natural extension of your client's success, and they start referring you to their friends and family. The foundation of a strong referral culture isn't about asking for referrals, Coach. It's about creating experiences worth talking about. When you consistently show up for your clients, when you celebrate their wins, even years after their program ends, when you're there to support them through new challenges, that's when they naturally want to share you with others. Here's what this looks like in practice. Instead of having an awkward conversation asking for referrals, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, you should probably have that too, create moments that make it easy and natural for clients to share. Maybe it's sending them a beautiful one-page PDF that outlines who you help and how something they can easily forward this PDF to somebody else. Or it might be sharing their success story with permission, of course, in your newsletter or on social media, which they can then share with their own network. The key is making the referral process incredibly smooth, both for your clients and for people they refer. Have a clear, simple way for new referrals to connect with you. When someone does refer a new client, acknowledge it meaningfully. This might be a handwritten thank you note or even making a donation to their favorite charity. All right, let's make this really practical now. I want to share specific steps that you can take this week to start implementing what we've talked about. Don't try to do everything at once. Pick one or two areas to focus on first. Start by mapping out your current client journey. Where does the relationship typically end now? What opportunities are you missing to stay connected? Write this down. Getting it on paper helps you to see the gaps. Next, choose your ongoing support model. Maybe you want to start with a simple quarterly check-in program, or perhaps a monthly community call would work better for your clients, even though it doesn't work for mine. That's okay. Pick one approach and start designing the details. Then create your connection calendar. Map out the next 3 months of touch points. These might be your newsletter dates, when you'll send personal check-in emails, or when you'll host a group call. Having this planned out makes it so much more likely to happen. I've shared this before, but 85% of our business at Physical Fitness comes from past or current clients and referral partner relationships. It doesn't matter what happens to the various social media platforms out there. I know my steady stream of clients won't stop as a result. And a big reason for this is because we delight our clients long after they've completed their coaching program with us. These are all ways that you can boost your ability to delight your clients, creating stronger relationships that help with their success long-term and also your business success. I know we've covered a lot today, and I hope you're seeing the incredible potential in nurturing your long-term client relationships. If you haven't already, make sure to download our client journey roadmap at financialcoachacademy.com/client journey. This will help you map out every stage we've talked about today and see how it all fits together. And if you're ready to take your coaching business to the next level, I'd love to invite you to join our free online community for financial coaches, Financial Coaches Unite. There's a link in our show notes. I will see you next week, Coach. That's all for today. If you're ready to grow your own financial coaching business, head over to financialcoachacademy.com for helpful resources and tools. If this episode helped you, hit subscribe and leave us a review. I'll see you next week.